The Volpe paradox, when improvement becomes a liability. There's a moment in every young player's career where the narrative shifts, where the criticism softens, where the doubters start to wonder if maybe, just maybe, they were wrong all along. Anthony Volpe is having that moment right now, and it's creating a problem for the Yankees that nobody wants to talk about. For 3 seasons, Volpe has been the lightning rod for Yankees fan frustration. He's been the player that everyone points to when things go wrong. He's been the strikeout machine. He's been the player who couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag. He's been the embodiment of organizational failure at the shortstop position. And then, quietly, something changed. Over the past month or so, Volpe has been playing well, really well. The power is down, sure, but he's putting the ball in play much more. He's become a much better situational hitter. He's recorded 5 hits in his last 5 games. He's hitting .267 with an OPS plus of 106, both career highs scattered across 101 at-bats. But here's the thing that should terrify the Yankees front office. His strikeout rate has plummeted. Over the past 3 seasons, Volpe has struck out 150 times in each campaign. That put him right around a 30 to 35% strikeout rate. That was a defining characteristic of his game. That was the thing that made scouts shake their heads. That was the reason everyone questioned whether he could ever be a major league regular. This season, he has 25 strikeouts in 117 plate appearances. That's a 21% strikeout rate. That's a dramatic improvement. That's the kind of development that suggests a player might actually be turning a corner. So now the Yankees have a decision to make. And it's not the kind of decision that has an obvious answer. Do they capitalize on Volpe's growing value and trade him while his stock is rising? Or do they hold on to him and hope that he's finally figured it out? According to Joseph Randazzo, a Yankees writer for SI.com, the Atlanta Braves stand out as a potential suitor. The Braves are a contender who has struggled offensively at the shortstop position. Their best option right now is Mauricio Dubin, who is slashing .264/.316/.417 on the season. He's stabilized the position for the most part, but he's never had a full season as an above-average hitter. Volpe would be an upgrade. Volpe would be a player who could anchor the position for years to come. Volpe would be exactly what the Braves need. And the Yankees could ask for reliever Tyler Kinley in return, perhaps a low-level prospect as well. Kinley just returned from the IL for the Braves. He's been a serviceable reliever over the past few seasons. In 2026, he has an ERA of 3.10 over 32 appearances and 29 innings pitched. He's on a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. From a pure baseball perspective, the trade makes sense. The Yankees get bullpen help, which is one of their most pressing needs. The Braves get a young shortstop with years of team control and the potential to be a star. But here's where the conversation gets complicated. Here's where the Yankees have to ask themselves a fundamental question. Is Anthony Volpe actually turning a corner? Or is this just a hot streak? That's the million-dollar question. That's the thing that will define whether this trade is brilliant or catastrophic. Let's talk about what we actually know. Volpe has improved his strikeout rate dramatically this season. That's real. That's documented. That's the kind of improvement that suggests genuine development. A 21% strikeout rate is still high, but it's a massive step forward from 30 to 35%. That's not a small difference. That's a fundamental change in how he's approaching the game. He's also hitting .267 with an OPS plus of 106. Both are career highs. Both suggest that he's performing at a level he's never performed at before. Both suggest that maybe the Yankees have finally found the answer at shortstop. But here's the critical detail that everyone keeps glossing over. It's only been a month. 1 month of good baseball doesn't erase 3 seasons of struggle. 1 month of improvement doesn't guarantee that the improvement is sustainable. 1 month of hitting, well, doesn't mean a player has figured it out forever. The Yankees have to ask themselves, is Volpe's improvement real, or is it a mirage? That's the question that should be keeping the front office up at night. That's the question that will determine whether they trade him or hold on to him. If Volpe's improvement is real, if he's actually turned a corner, if he's actually figured out how to be a major league hitter, then trading him will be one of the biggest mistakes in franchise history. The Yankees will be trading away their future shortstop for a reliever and a prospect. They would be giving up a player who could anchor their lineup for the next decade. But if Volpe's improvement is just a hot streak, if he's about to regress back to his old ways, if he's about to start striking out at a 30% clip again, then trading him would be brilliant. The Yankees would be capitalizing on his value while it's high. They would be getting out before the regression hits. So which is it? The honest answer is nobody knows. That's the brutal reality of baseball. That's the thing that makes these decisions so difficult. You can't see the future. You can't know whether a player is going to continue to improve or regress. You can only make decisions based on the information you have right now. And right now, the information suggests that Volpe is improving. The information suggests that he's putting the ball in play more. The information suggests that he's becoming a better hitter. The information suggests that maybe the Yankees have finally found their answer at shortstop. But the information also suggests that it's only been a month. The information also suggests that 1 month is not enough to erase 3 seasons of struggle. The tie-in also suggests that caution is warranted. So what should the Yankees do? My answer is, wait and see if Volpe's improvement is sustainable. Wait and see if he continues to perform at this level. Wait and see if he can maintain a strikeout rate below 25% for an entire season. Wait and see if he can hit above .260 for a full year. Because if Volpe can do those things, if he can prove that his improvement is real and sustainable, then he becomes a franchise cornerstone. He becomes a player worth building around. He becomes a player that the Yankees should never trade away. But if he regresses, if he goes back to striking out at a 30% clip, if he goes back to hitting below .250, then the Yankees will have made the right decision by trading him while his value was high. The problem is that we won't know which scenario is true until it's too late. We won't know until we've either traded away a future star or held on to a player who's about to regress. That's the Volpe paradox. That's the dilemma that the Yankees are facing right now. Here's what I think is actually happening. I think Volpe is improving. I think he's genuinely developing as a hitter. I think he's learning how to be more selective at the plate. I think he's becoming a better baseball player. But I also think it's too early to be certain. I think 1 month is not enough data. I think the Yankees should give him more time to prove that his improvement is real. Because if Volpe is actually turning a corner, if he's actually becoming the player that the Yankees drafted him to be, then trading him would be a catastrophic mistake. It would be the kind of decision that haunts a franchise for years. It would be the kind of move that defines a front office's incompetence. And the Yankees cannot afford to make that mistake. Not when they're trying to win a championship. Not when they're trying to build a contender. Not when they're trying to prove that their organizational direction is correct. So my advice to the Yankees is simple. Hold on to Anthony Volpe. Give him more time. Let him prove that his improvement is sustainable. And then, if he continues to perform at this level, build around him. Because if Volpe is actually the answer at shortstop, if he's actually figured out how to be a major league hitter, then he's worth more to the Yankees than any reliever the Braves could offer. He's worth more than any prospect. He's worth more than any short-term gain. He's worth the future. So here's my question for you. Should the Yankees trade Anthony Volpe while his value is rising? Or should they hold on to him and hope that his improvement is real? Should they capitalize on his hot streak? Or should they give him more time to prove himself? Let me know in the comments. And if you believe in Anthony Volpe, if you think he's finally turned a corner, if you believe he could be the shortstop of the future, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because this decision is going to define whether the Yankees build a championship roster or make another catastrophic mistake that haunts them for years to come.